I wanted to talk today about twin flames because my twin flame journey ended a few days ago. Well, as far as I'm concerned, for now, it's ended. As far as he's concerned. Anyway, twin flames, as you know, is the story of two souls, feminine and masculine, who are actually made of the same soul, and they split in consciousness. So usually to learn the lessons they need to learn, and it's either the feminine or the masculine who come back to this earth, to this realm, physical realm, to learn the lessons and to grow. And the other energy usually stays on the other side, so on the astral side, and guides and helps his twin or her twin. And you know, there's a lot of talk recently about twin flames. 2012, the new age era is here, and the talk is that a lot of twin flames are coming back together to the physical realm because of the mass enlightenment that's happening around the world. That's just briefing about what twin flames are. The whole point of the twin flame union is to grow and find the love within yourself. And the main part of the twin flame in our life is to reflect our emotional blockages, our negative emotions that are holding us back and preventing us from fulfilling ourselves in this lifetime and in all lifetimes. So they're like a mirror. They usually have the same blocks we have. They reflect all of our pain and suffering, basically. There are a lot of stories around twin flames. I don't agree with all of them, and I don't think most of them are right, because even it's like a soul splits into two. A soul is always whole, and it contains both masculine and feminine. But I do believe in love soul connections, and the only reason that I know what twin flames is because I had one, or I have one, or I don't really know how it works anymore, because I think we have more than one twin flame, but I'll get to that. So the story, really short, is a guy who I met at high school, and like 10, 15 years later we met again, and it was instant love and passion, but it was also with a lot of emotional turmoil. So it was always like, you know, we were dating, then he wasn't ready, then I wasn't ready, and in between we were obsessive about each other. So if for example, I was the one who said I wasn't ready at the moment, or I can't be with you at the moment, I could wake up to like 30 missed phone calls or messages. He would come up to my house middle of the night, knocking on my door. It was like a love puppy, obsessed love, but every time I decided to give it another chance, he ran away, and then I was running after him. So we were kind of doing this cat and mouse thing for about 3 years. And then at one point, I don't know exactly what happened. We weren't in touch that much. I mean, it was on and off, but we stopped sleeping together. The sex was fucking amazing, and it's the best sex I've ever had in my life. So anyway, I was at this healer a few years ago, and then I was telling her about this guy, and I don't know what's up with him, and I love him so much, and I would, like, before I used to start talking about him and I would cry. I'm gonna try not to cry now. And I was aware of the obsession, and I was aware of the fact that it's really weird that I'm so into this guy without any feedback or like positive relationship stuff. And I was crying, and she's like, do you know about twin flames? I've heard about it recently, you should look it up. So I started looking up twin flames. The first thing that happened to me when I started looking at twin flames was I became obsessed with twin flames. Which was okay, I guess, because I moved my obsession from him to twin flames, but it was still an obsession. A fantasy that I locked myself into. And so I started reading about twin flames. I eventually told him about this, and he agreed with me because he's like a rational guy, and coming back every time being obsessed about me was not something that he'd usually do with other women. And the amazing sex we've had, he's never had with any other woman, as long as that's what he's told me, and I haven't with any other man. And there are a lot of things that were weird about our relationship. We were also very similar in look and in life experience. Same kind of father, same kind of life, same dreams, same ambitions. But we were basically reflecting each other's pain back onto each other. So last week was his birthday, and I emailed him because I'm currently blocked in his WhatsApp. So I emailed him happy birthday and I love him and sappy love letter. And he emailed me 2 days later saying, I'm in a relationship and this has to stop. And it's the first time he said that to me in like the 4 years this has been going on. And I respected that. And I actually, because of all the inner work I'm doing on myself, I was actually very happy for him. And I did a meditation where I imagined him like happy and in love. And it wasn't with me, and that was fine. Yeah, so I was happy for him. I still am. It's so strange because I'm always like very rational in my mind. I know he's with someone. We're never going to be together. Not anytime soon, if ever. It's all in my head. It's all a fantasy. It's all the story I'm telling myself. And I get that and I live with that. And yeah, I get it. I'm cool with that. But there's something like deeper. And I can't even breathe when I talk about it. And it feels more intense and different and more spiritual. And I don't really know how to explain it because I've been fucking dealing with this for like 4 years and I have no clue what to do. I do understand that the twin flame connection is more of a spiritual connection between two souls, and it's not necessarily one that you have. I don't think that we were one soul and we split into two and now we're looking to complete ourselves. That's fucked up. That's like Western world love. Oh, you complete me. No, you don't fucking complete me. I complete myself. I do the inner work. I have masculine and feminine. I'm balancing them. I'm working with myself. I'm working on abundance, on manifesting the life that I want, on loving myself. I don't need anyone to make me complete. I make myself complete. But there is this kind of spiritual, energetic connection that I've had with him and kind of with another man, but it was not all the way, but it was a very intense spiritual, physical, emotional connection with another being. So I guess you could call it soulmate. I think the twin flame is different from the soulmate, as in the process that we go through when we meet each other. So when we meet a soulmate, it could just be true love. When we meet a twin flame, it's usually because we're not ready for the true love in the soulmate. And so we have a lot of baggage and blockages to clear. And the best way to clear those blockages is with the twin flame, who reflects the blockages that we have in love and sex, because he's a man, I'm a woman, or two men or two women, whatever, but we're attracted to each other, and every time we're attracted to each other, our blocks come up, and then we either deal with them and we can be together, or we push them away and then we push each other away. Yeah, me and the guy that I'm talking about, my twin, I mean, every time we came together and something came up, a blockage or something, I would run. And he would do the same, runner the chaser. And I see that now. And I see, but I'm grateful for the journey, because until I went into this twin flame loop with him, I was kind of lost. I hadn't dated anyone. I didn't know what I wanted. I had no self-worth. I was in a really bad place. And meeting him and coming into this weird twin flame relationship with the runner chaser and all the shit coming up, I healed myself eventually. And I do feel healed. I didn't do it with him or besides him or for him or thinking about him. I just did it for me, because every time I met with him, another blockage came up that was a reflection of the pain that I had inside, and I went and I dealt with that. So I'm so grateful for the twin flame connection, and I'm so happy for him that he's in love and in a relationship. And my heart will always miss him and always yearn to be with him. My body will always want to touch his. And I don't think that's going to change. I think the more I heal, the more love I allow in my life, and the more people I allow in my life to love me, and, you know, I'll find another love, I'm pretty sure. So thanks for listening to me about twin flames, and I'll see you soon.